Henry Hour Podcast.
Season 1, Episode 1. Are there seasons in podcasts?
I don't know, but it sounds good.
This one we are naming The Beginning.
The Beginning.
We think this is going to be the beginning of something big and fun.
Yeah, so a lot of you guys have... A lot of you guys have followed us. We do a lot on social media, but this is the first of. Scott and I have talked about this a lot. We've talked about doing a podcast, doing YouTube.
For probably like over a year we've talked about it. It's been quite a bit.
It's been for sure over a year. And now we got together. We got some mics.
Hey! That's all we need. Oh no! I think my storage is full.
Your storage is full. Okay, Scott's storage is full. It doesn't matter. That's all good. He got enough content to make this happen. I don't know if mine is going to be full or not during this too. This is, you guys are learning as we are. So we're going to do an intro today.
Intro to who we are, why we're doing this.
Why would you want to follow us? Why would you want to listen to us?
All good questions. All solid questions.
Oh, man. So let's see. Okay, my mic dropped, so
so
far so good. That's probably sounds scratchy and loud right now. So, let's talk about a little bit about ourselves. You guys can get to know us a little bit. My name is Dan Henry. This is my brother Scott Henry.
Scott D. Henry.
Scott D. Henry has many followers on TikTok. I followed, and we'll talk about that journey here in a little bit. But let's talk about
our family.
Let's
talk about how we came to where we are today.
Yeah. A lot of people ask, are you guys really brothers? Yes. Scott D. Henry and Daniel D. Actually, I'm Daniel D. as well.
Dandy Henry.
I'm D as well. We are brothers, and we come from a family of 11.
Yeah, we do. I'm number 7 out of 11. Dan's number 9 out of 11, and we have 7 sisters and 2 other brothers. Big, giant family.
Big family.
Big Utah family.
A lot ask if they come from the same mom and dad. They do.
They do. Mom and dad were busy. They found their time. You know what I'm saying, bro? You don't like that? Okay.
Oh, Dad.
Sorry, Mom and Dad.
I can see Dad giggling right now.
Mom's shaking her head. Like, who gave these 2 kids microphones?
I mean, okay,
yeah. That's probably a different direction.
So, you're gonna get a lot of this during this during this podcast. We don't know what direction this is going to go, so we'll see where this goes. But yeah, we have 7 sisters, 4 boys. We grew up close, Scott and I. We're 3 years apart. Scott is older. We didn't go to high school together. Actually,
no, we didn't.
We did not go to high school together. You and our middle brother did, and we did go to college, but we'll get there in a second. But yeah. We grew up playing sports.
Grew up playing sports in a very competitive family. Like, especially for me, like, because you boys, I was like the nerd odd boy out of the group.
Early on,
I was like, I didn't want to play sports. I didn't want to play basketball with you guys. I just wanted to be left alone to play Legos.
Yeah.
You guys were all like outside playing ball and doing your things. And like,
matter of fact, your penalty for being grounded was to go play sports with us. I remember that, right?
It for sure was. Like, I'd be playing in my room, I'd be playing Legos, and my mom would just be like, go outside and play with your brothers.
Yeah, I remember that.
Nah, I'm good.
And me, Tim, and Tom are out trying to dunk and...
Yeah. Trying to play, and then so she'd say you have to go outside and play sports with your brothers, and I hated it. And so I would come out, and I remember I would, like, whatever team I was put on, whoever.
No one wanted you.
No one wanted me on their team, because I would, like, if the ball was passed to me, I wouldn't even put my hands up. I would just
let it in, just dribble off.
Just let it hit me in the chest, and I'd stand there moping, like, I hate this. I just want to play with my microscope, bro.
Yeah, I remember that. But that didn't last too long, though.
Just a few years.
you jumped back into sports, or you got into sports. I remember watching you play first base.
Yeah.
You didn't run very fast. I remember you didn't run very fast.
Dude, I could hit the fence and struggle for a single.
Yeah, I remember that. And I remember that in baseball. I remember that in the city center in Orem there. But man, Scott grew up to be an incredible basketball player.
Oh, thanks, bro.
He ended up being an awesome basketball player. Won a state championship at his high school.
Yeah.
And was 5A MVP.
That's right, 1998 represent.
Yeah, so that happened. Our other brother was on that team, Tim. He won a state championship, and then the following year, Tim won another state championship.
Yeah.
And then I was after that.
No championships for you,
No.
but you.
Thanks. Remember that.
You're welcome. Happy I could bring that back up for you. But I think a lot of people don't know about you is how amazing of a football player you were.
Yeah, low key. I mean, I play basketball too, but
But you went on to play basketball in college, and again, I think that was a bad decision, but I had a lot to do with that too. But you still hold state records in football at Mountain View High School. You were recruited by huge name football teams, basically saying if you come and play with us, you'll go on to the NFL.
Yeah, the one caveat was to gain a lot of weight.
Yeah, I had to gain some weight. Yeah, and you could have and would have.
Didn't want to.
Didn't want to gain the weight? No.
No.
You like being slick.
I had a basketball body, so I was like, I'm going to just do
basketball. Just do basketball. But yeah, you were a phenomenal athlete. And that's because one thing I remember about you as a kid, no matter where we were, I vividly remember Memphis, Tennessee, when we would be playing with everybody in the apartment complexes. And you were 8 or 10, just small, but you were always wanting to scrap and be on someone's team, shooting threes, fearless, always just fearless and wanting to play. And that, just competitiveness and I'm going to play no matter who's on the court and no one's going to stop me. That just carried throughout your college career. And that started at a very young age. You were a fearless little.
I remember that. Playing against older guys, I'd get roughed around, but I had to. You and Tim would always want to fight me and stuff. So.
You would want to fight us. It's not me.
I wanted to fight you too.
I had to hold you back
because you were both picking on me, and that was me needing to get my ground. Hold my ground against my.
You are misremembering this. Dude.
Oh well, having that with a big family, you're gonna fight, and we had those for sure. And in the podcast, hopefully, we're gonna invite a bunch of our family members to join us.
Yeah, is that something people would like? Is to hear from an older sister, or we just had lunch with our dad, and this might be. Dad, if you're listening, we love you so much, but giving us a microphone was a mistake. But I don't think you should have a microphone, Pops.
Yeah. That made me nervous.
He said, we told him, hey, we said, Dad, we're going to go record our first podcast. And he was like, oh, really? What's it going to be about? I was like, politics.
He's very into politics. No. And I said, Dad, if you're on our show, I'm going to say, hey, Dad, what do you think of this person in politics? And then the next 2 minutes, I'm going to have to go, beep.
Thanks for that answer, Mr. Henry. Thanks for joining us on our podcast.
Yeah, so
I do think it would be fun to have some of our siblings on and talk to them and get their stories about who we were and who we are.
I agree. I agree.
I don't know. That could be kind of dangerous. That could be like having our wives on. And
we're going to have them on too. You're going to get to know us at a very intimate level that you may not want to know, but you're going to know. You're going to know.
You're going to know us more than you already do. We're pretty open about who we are on our other social media platforms.
We are.
But this is more. This is going to be more. This is going to be a lot of
This
us.
is relaxing. You're going to get to know us a lot on this podcast. Yeah, I mean, after high school, after that, we both served church missions, and then we played sports together.
Yeah, we did. We did.
We actually got to an age where I went to college and Scott went to college around the same time, and we played basketball together. We played at...
Dude, that year at Slick was so fun.
It was so fun. We played at Salt Lake Community College for a year, and man, that was
a fun year.
That was fun. We ended up meeting our brother-in-law.
Yeah, Jeff played with us. Lindsay.
Jeff played with us. Our brother-in-law now. Yeah, and then we started separating our
that
own
was,
ways.
like I said, that was one of the decisions that you made when you weren't going to play football. As I was coming home from serving the mission, and you were deciding whether or not to play football or basketball.
Yeah. And then you told me that you'd want to play with me if we could get on the same college, and Salt Lake took us both on, and I was like, let's go.
And that was your decision to not play football and to play basketball instead. So I essentially stopped you from playing in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be making millions right now. I'd probably won a Super Bowl this year, but...
So you're going to be playing with the Bengals this year. That's it?
I mean, we'll get to that here in a second, but...
So there's still resentment there. There's still some resentment.
So no, I can't say resentment. So my biggest what if is that.
Okay.
No, I never say my biggest regret, because I went on to meet Kelly. I went on and had a championship at Weber State.
Everything that you go through led you up to where you are today, so you can't regret any of it.
But my biggest what if
I got you. Is what if I would have played football instead of basketball?
Yeah.
Dang it!
Yeah,
I hate being
I
part
know,
of that.
but like I said, it obviously it obviously turned out. It was awesome. So
Sure.
Then that's when Scott went his way, I went my way, and we met our little families, and we got our little families.
That's exactly
going.
right. Tell us a little bit about your family, dude. Let's hear about your family.
Here we go. My family, pretty straight up. So I am married.
You got a straight. Pretty basic.
Pretty basic. Pretty basic. It's pretty straight up. Pretty basic. Stand up, type of deal.
Yeah,
but
great family.
My family consists of me, my wife Kelly. We've been married for 16 years. We met at Snow College. She was playing volleyball. I played basketball there, and we decided to get married and move on to Weber. So we went on to Weber State. She played volleyball there. I played basketball there. 16 years. And
holy cow, it's been
I know,
16 years.
16 years. I think 17 in July.
Oh my gosh.
17 years in July. And we've stuck around here in northern Utah for that 17 years. We have 4 kids: Cambry 12, Kennedy 11, DJ 8, and Beckett 6.
Dude.
And that's my family. We live up here. We love to we love to go out and camp. We love to travel. It's kind of our thing that we love to do. I know you guys love to travel
long
as well.
walks on the beach and stuff like that, bro.
Yeah, but man, my kids are so active at an active age right now. It's so busy. Just
can't even keep up.
Volleyball and basketball and
dude, I can't believe how nutty kids sports have got.
It's insane, dude.
Like
when I was 12, dude,
I played rec.
I went to the
soccer.
rec.
Yeah, we went to the rec and
it's insane.
Played
dude.
on the carpet floor.
And I know you're crazy busy with soccer stuff.
Soccer. I'm a soccer dad.
So what about you, bro?
Oh, my family. It took me a little navigating to get to where I am today with Holly and stuff. When me and Dan played at Slick, I went off to Idaho State, got married shortly after, got divorced, and then got married again. Then several years after that, got divorced. So I've been through a couple weird scenarios. Have 3 beautiful children throughout those failed marriages. I don't know.
It's hard to because of where you are now.
Exactly. You can't call it a regret. You can't call it a failure, because I learned so much and I grew so much through them, and I am who I am today because of them. So
and you may not have gotten to
Holly. I wouldn't have gotten to Holly. I wouldn't have been able to be the person that I am that would have been ready to have a Holly. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, 100%. You weren't prepared.
I was not. Holly. Yeah,
10 years ago.
Nope, I wasn't. Anyways, met Holly. Oh, it's been 5 years now, almost. I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's actually crazy. That's
insane.
Quick.
That's insane.
Didn't want to go on a date. I thought I was done with women forever. I thought I had my opportunities. I was actually gonna check out and move to Mexico, and we can talk about that type of stuff maybe in a future podcast. But
for sure,
met Holly. Holly's 2 beautiful kids are now my stepkids, and seriously couldn't be in a happier place with my family. I love every second of it. And that's my little fam bam.
The kids are awesome.
They're all freaking
awesome.
soccer players.
Great.
I'm a basketballer. I never thought I'd be a soccer dad.
I mean, a lot of balls.
Lottie balls, but
Drake
it's like
balls.
it's like I know what I'm saying when I'm watching a basketball game. When I'm watching soccer, I'm like, run a lot, just keep running.
Yeah. No, I think I've been to like one real soccer game outside of rec soccer in my entire life.
We've gone to the Real games a few times.
Oh,
They're pretty fun. They're pretty fun.
That's cool. That's cool. And we'll in our podcast, like moving on, you'll get to know our families and those stories a little bit more. Today, just in our intros, you just get to know us a little bit.
This is just a big general overall. Who the hell are these guys?
That's exactly right. So we're gonna have segments inside of these. We're gonna try to do a couple segments just to kind of, just
to kind of break it up a little.
Break it up, throw you for a loop. See, catch you sleeping. We're coming for you right now. So we're gonna have a bunch of segments, and we got them from guests, TikTok shoutouts, sports, family guests, deeds, good deeds, truth. Truth and lies, crypto. We're not
having a crypto.
We're gonna throw in a bunch of these, and today we've got 3 segments that we're gonna bring to you. And the first one is a dad joke. Scott will always bring a dad joke, and his goal with this, and you guys are gonna see, is to make me laugh. I have not heard the joke yet, and 9 times out of 10, I don't laugh.
He just shakes his head and looks at me like you're an idiot. That's his reaction, is saying, "Oh, you're such an idiot."
But his goal with this segment is a dad joke, and it's to make me laugh. So, gosh.
Dude, I've got a good one for you today.
Here we go.
If Michael Jackson were alive today, what would his pronouns be? I knew I was coming at you with the good one today.
Okay, dude. So that's not fair. You got me on the first episode. You got me good, and your presentation was really good.
You like that?
Your presentation was really good.
Dude, I gotta write this down. Dad jokes. For right now, I'm 1 for 1 with getting you. And if you have any good dad jokes, please email them to me at thehenryhour@gmail.com, and we'll make sure Dan doesn't read those. I'll go through the emails. thehenryhour@gmail.com.
Yeah, title it dad jokes so I don't get into it.
Yeah, put the subject line as dad jokes, and so see if we can keep cracking them up and keep my record 100%, because I'm 1 for 1 right now.
That you are 1 for 1, and I normally don't laugh at your dumb jokes, but that one was decent. That right there is our segment of dad jokes.
Yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit about kind of how we got here. How
are we even making a podcast?
Why are we here? Why are we making a podcast?
Yeah.
What started this whole
social media?
I mean, obviously a lot. I think a lot of people on here know you and I, from the platforms that we have.
Yep.
But for those that don't, and for those that are here that do know, how did we, start? What, a year and a half, 2 years ago?
It's been almost 2 years now.
Okay, yeah. So Scott,
2 years this month.
Oh,
I made my first
right.
video 2 years ago this month.
So you got in a little bit before the big pandemic drop off.
I honestly think that's why I kind of gained a following, was because I started making videos, and then like instantly after that was the pandemic started.
Okay. All right. So yeah, obviously Scott started. So how'd you start? Why'd you start?
So my stepdaughter Lottie, this is her claim to fame. Like, she's like convinced she's the reason why I have any kind of following.
Is.
I know it is kind of her. And I always say, you know what? I got to give you props for it. So one day she was just like, I want to get on TikTok. I want TikTok. And I was like, no, everything I've heard about the dumb app is that it's dirty.
At that point, that's all what kind of people heard.
That's what us aged people.
Yeah.
Like, we all just thought it was like this dirty app that like showed girls dancing, and not that it's changed much,
but there's an algorithm to it.
But there's an algorithm, and you kind of find your community inside of the TikTok community, and we didn't know any of that. So I was like, I was on the road. I worked construction for 20 years. I was in a hotel room by myself, like I had been for like, you know that life. You used to work with me and Dad, and so I was like, I'm just gonna download TikTok and see what it's all about. So I download it, and I'm kind of scrolling through it, and I'm seeing these kind of funny videos, and I'm like, I think I could do this.
For some of you that don't know, Scott's the king of like remembering lines.
Yeah.
And just I could throw a movie at him right now, and he could give me 2 quotes. Matter of fact, that could be a freaking segment.
Movie quotes.
But Scott, his whole life, has been good at that stuff.
I've been able to remember movie lines, like lyrics from songs. I can just remember them, and it's been weird. And like I've been able to like performing like an Ace Ventura or a Fire Marshal Bill watching in living color. Like I've just always loved that stuff, and I was watching it, and like there was lip syncing, and I was like, this is phenomenal. So I started just making videos like on construction sites, and then I would make dance videos secretly. I made them all secretly because I didn't want my family to know that I was
no one knew
on TikTok.
No one knew.
My wife didn't know.
I didn't know what the app was.
No one knew what the app was, and I started gaining a following. Like, I didn't tell my wife that I had started doing it because I felt dumb. I was like, this app is dumb. And am I too old for this? And it's just like, what am I doing? I didn't care about social media. I wasn't trying to gain a following, and it just kind of happened. I shared some really like heartfelt stories about some things that I had gone through, and it was well received, and I felt like people related to me. And then I remember a phone call from my brothers, and they were like,
well, during this whole time we were playing Fortnite together.
Oh yeah.
Every night.
We would play Fortnite every night.
Yeah, and then our brother Tim in the middle called me and he goes, "Hey, do you know what TikTok is?" I was like, "No." He goes, "It's that app, that social media app." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I know what that is." He goes, "You know Scott's on it?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "He's kind of a big deal on this."
And that was at what, 40,000 followers?
I think you're at 30, 40,000 followers, and so I download the app obviously, and I'm looking at it, and you get on that night. Did we do it? I think we did it over Fortnite, didn't we? Where we were like,
it was a discussion over Fortnite.
So
we were talking, and all of a sudden, you guys get quiet, and then Timmy goes, "Hey, Scott, what's up with this TikTok thing?"
Yeah, you're like,
I was like,
you're
what
like
do you mean?
Famous.
I was like, what do you mean, dude? He was like, I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw your dumb face.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know how to explain it. I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know why.
But then when we got on and scrolled, we're like, oh my gosh, this is perfect for Scott. He's mouthing songs, he's lip singing these things. I said, this is perfect for Scott. The one that I remember the most, that made me laugh the hardest. Some of them I was just like, oh my gosh, okay, he's crying. I can't watch that one. He's crying. I can't watch that.
Crying again.
I can't watch that one. I can't watch that one.
Scroll.
The one that got me was the big head one.
The pew pew pew,
Dude, I came across the one where you did the big head, the pew pew pew. I died.
Dude, that was hilarious.
I died. I was like, oh.
Hold up, wait a minute,
it's a chopper. I was dying. I was like, oh my gosh, this is funny. This is the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
So then we just, we followed you for a little bit. We were watching you for a little bit, and that was obviously now really early on.
Yeah, and then it kept growing, and then I remember coming over to your house.
Yeah.
And
you're like, do you have TikTok?
I was like, Dan, have you caught on TikTok yet? And you're like, no. Like, no, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't know. I was like,
can you do this dance?
I said, Dan, do this dance. And of course, like, you just did it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm going to go out there and kind of like be a goof for a second, and then I'm going to be like introducing Dan, and then we're both going to do this dance together.
Dude, we hit it on
one take. You come popping in, and we do the dance together, and that's kind of like the beginning of the beginning.
That was 100% the beginning of it, because I had it, and I remember we were out in the back.
Uh-huh.
We were out in the backyard, and we did it, and then we had like a barbecue or something, jumping on the tramp or whatever. And I kind of kept checking. I was like, Scott, I have like 3,000 followers
where
now.
are all these people coming from?
I was like, I have like, I don't know, I have like 3,000, 4,000. And after like a couple hours, I had like 4,000 followers. I was like, oh my gosh, like.
And you weren't even close to thinking of like, I'm gonna make this a thing. Like you were like me, weren't planning on doing social media. You weren't gonna make content.
I don't think I had an Instagram. No Facebook.
Yeah.
I didn't have any social media really presence. And then it was like 3,000 or 4,000, and I was like, I've got to like do this.
Yeah, I was like, now you've got to create content, bro.
I remember you were like, bro, there's a lot of people that I've kind of have been around and interacted with for a long time that are trying to hit 5,000 and trying to hit 10,000. And I'm like, what? There's no way. Like this was.
Dude, I remember when
this is too easy.
See, and I didn't have that. This is too easy experience. Yeah. I remember when I hit 4,000 followers. I woke up the next morning and like someone on my crew was like, "You're at 4,000 followers on TikTok." I was like, "Yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on." Like I felt 4,000 was like,
yeah. You kept saying that. I'm like, that was too easy. I did one dope dance. I mean, that dance did go. It did fly a little bit, but so that's when I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta now create content. I remember that. I hit 5,000 like the day or two later, and I did that. I'm kind of a big deal.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
At 5,000.
Do you know who I am?
Yes.
I'm kind of a big deal.
So I did that one. Then we went on a live, you and me, like a week later. And I was like, what is this whole live thing? And we got on a live.
And that was fun.
That was the funnest live ever.
The first one?
Yeah.
That was fun. I remember that.
There was like 15 people in the live.
Yeah. And we were having a ball.
And it was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
We were out in the backyard and Kelly was, getting razzed by everybody because she was telling us to keep it down and stuff.
We were laughing our heads off.
So that was like the start, right? That was the start, but...
And that was so fun and exciting in the beginning. And it was just like... What is happening? This is so great.
Well, then I remember we were growing, right? We were growing. You were growing. My account was growing. Dude, then there was a moment. Then there was this week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. I remember I was golfing with you, and we're growing. Our account's growing, but we were golfing, and we were both like. We couldn't believe what was happening, the growth. You, I believe that day...
Gained 90,000 followers.
90,000, and I gained like 15 that day.
In one day. I was like baffled. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I haven't like posted anything new. Nothing was going viral, but like all my videos were being seen. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
But it wasn't even, it was that day, yes, but then like there were 30,000, 20,000, 40,000 days where I was just like, what's happening? And my account was going to 3,000 followers, 4,000 followers, 2,000 followers. And for my account, I was like, what is happening? Yeah. Like, what is going on with that growth and that during that pandemic? I don't know what.
And I don't know what it was either. And I don't know how that algorithm just kind of blew us both up. And dude, I don't know anything about the algorithms. I'm not going to pretend like I know how to read them and what it was. But that was just such a fun, exciting time of growth and like fun for both of us.
It really was because it was all new and crazy and meeting so many people. And here in a minute, we're going to talk about we're going to do some pros and cons and opportunities that we've seen and stuff like that. But before we do, segment.
Sports Talk.
The reason why we decided to do Sports Talk this week because a lot has happened this week and a lot is happening around this time.
That's so true.
Matter of fact,
so true.
The real reason why I wanted to do it today.
Oh no.
The GOAT.
The
GOAT. Tom Brady.
And that's not even debatable.
I honestly don't think it is.
Like, there's debate, like LeBron, Jordan, that you can have a debate, even though in my mind, no.
But, what are you going to do? Joe Montana, Troy Aikman.
Like, who do you have? Who's in that category with Tom Brady as the GOAT?
We just have to talk about it. But today, the GOAT is retiring. He has officially made his announcement, and it is a sad day. We were talking with our dad, and We got to watch the GOAT play for a long time.
We did.
And
I was never like a Patriots fan.
No.
I was never a Tampa Bay fan.
But I love watching Tom Brady.
I loved watching him go out and dominate.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah, no, me too.
I loved how competitive he was. I loved his attitude on the sideline. I love how he never lost his cool. I love it when someone would talk trash to him. It would up his game. It was like, oh,
Wouldn't phase him.
You're going to talk to me? Okay, I'll show you. I'm the best in the world.
Exactly me. when I'm playing sports.
Hold on.
Anybody talk to me, I show them I'm the best in the world.
Are you saying you're sad because you related so much to Tom Brady? Like,
we're exactly twins.
What are you talking about?
When I'm playing sports and somebody talks to me, I'm like, I'm the GOAT, me and Tom Brady. How would Tom Brady react in this situation? This is exactly how I would.
That's what you say to people? No wonder everyone hates you on the court. Dude! And how can you say that when the last time before you blew your knee out, me and you went head to head, mano a mano, I shut you down and we smashed your team.
You did not shut me down,
I shut you.
B, you had to work your tail off, and I bet you came home and put ice on every joint on your flipping body, bro.
I just sat in the hot tub and chilled for a minute.
Oh, man, this is good. This is good, right? So, we want to talk about that real quick before we go on.
Super Bowl prediction.
Yeah, Super Bowl prediction. Gosh dang.
I'm going with Bengals just because I'm going with Bengals. I think like they haven't won a playoff game since like the early 90s. Like the last time they won a playoff, texting wasn't invented.
It was like 88 or something, 89, wasn't it?
I don't know, something like that. But
like one player on their team was alive when the last time they made a tournament win or a playoff win. So Bengals.
I'm going Bengals. I'm going to go Bengals. It's 27-24.
27-24. I'm going Rams. 27-24. You know what? Actually, I love Joe Burrow. And I like the Rams. I'm really excited about this game. But yeah, those are our predictions. Scott Bengals 27-24, Dan Rams 27-24.
You choose the same score.
That was a pretty good score.
What happens?
That was a good score.
What does a winner get? Like, we got to make this a bet.
Yeah, I mean, bet. Whoever wins a lot of things.
Wins the bonus.
Dan's thoughts.
That's our next. We're not doing that segment today.
Not today.
Oh, Deep Thoughts by Dan Henry.
Not today. Yeah, we'll think about that. Here in a second.
Okay. We'll come up with a
cool. So that was another segment. Throw that in there here.
Sports talk.
Let's kind of rewind a little bit back to So you started growing.
Yeah.
My account started growing, obviously, and a lot of people were, you're Scott's brother, and of course, I wouldn't have started this without Scott. I wouldn't have jumped on without Scott and his growth. Obviously, I mean, I've never denied it. But that was fun. That was a fun time, and it's brought up a lot of opportunities for both of us. I think,
for sure.
in meeting people, opportunities with traveling, and you've had some great opportunities. When you want to talk about a couple of yours.
Yeah, dude. Well, when I first started social media, I would talk about being when I was bullied as a kid, 7th grader, headgear, wearing braces, got cut from the basketball team because I most likely didn't even want to be there in the first place. So I've had some good opportunities with some really cool organizations that stand up to bullying, and I've been able to go and speak with a group out in Ohio about positivity in the workplace, because even through like me being bullying and a couple divorces and going through some really dark times, I'm known as a positive person, and we're known as like club positivity or whatever it is. And I think that speaks a lot about our personalities, is that we can go through some really dark, awful times, but still
bring smiles
and want others around us to feel happiness. And like, I think that's one of the coolest things is people see that and they feel that and they feed off of that energy, and they can see like, oh, these guys have been through some real hard, awful stuff too, and they never gave up, and they don't treat everyone around them like garbage, and they don't feel like they've got an excuse to be always down in the dumps. And
right.
Not saying that like we haven't had our bad moments, and like
we have. For sure.
But that's been really, really cool to see. And then I got to be on a freaking TV show, bro.
Yeah, bro. I mean, talk about an opportunity here. I remember that.
Freaking on Tough as Nails, bro.
Tough as Nails. So yeah, back to that. Crazy. I remember you quiet about it, obviously.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, quiet about it, and then you got to a point where it was like, bro, I might be on a TV show. I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Well, then when you told me, I was like, yeah, it's perfect. Scott has been in construction his whole life. He's athletic. He's big. I was like,
competitive.
Dude, like this could be it, dude. So I guess tell us. I mean, I have no idea what you can't say, but tell us a little bit about that and that experience that you gotta share there.
Yeah. So I was in North Dakota working on a job site, and I was, making TikToks after work, like doing dances and stuff. And like I was there for a while. I made a lot of content there. That's when I first ran into Menards, and like that's where that whole Menards thing came from. And then I get this random email. Hi, I'm a producer from CBS. We're doing this show, and we've kind of seen your content and think you'd be perfect for it. Like, maybe you should apply. And I was like, yeah, right. Bull crap, liar. Like, I thought it was fake. I for sure thought it was fake. Like, there's no way. And then I sent the email to my wife, and I was like, is this legit? Or is this dumb? Like, I feel dumb if I, like, reach out to these people, and it's like, just kidding. Ended up being very real. I went through very real. I went through the whole application process. There were physical tests that I had to go through, and like so many dang burpees, and like ended up submitting like videos of talking about who I was, and ended up making it on the show, which was unbelievable.
Surreal.
It was the most surreal thing ever. Oh yeah, and that little belt right there behind us is for sure what I won, because I won the thing.
You won it.
I won season 2.
You freaking won it.
Dude, I can't even freaking believe I did it. Like, but I can, because I remember going into it telling Holly, like, babe, I'm gonna win this thing. Like,
I for sure thought you were winning.
I'm gonna go and win this dang show. I'm gonna win these challenges. And I watching season 1, I was like, ooh, just get me in there. Just get me in there and let me. It's like what I've done for 20 years. What people
don't know is like a week before you left.
Yeah.
People don't know this. Me and Scott were playing basketball at my house.
Yeah.
A week before you left, we were playing 1-on-1. Some people were on the live. I smashed you. Then
you're so dumb.
Then we were just having a barbecue, and we went over to the tramp.
I started jumping on the trampoline, and
you've jumped on the tramp a billion times in your life.
I've done all kinds of flips. I've done, like, my whole life I've been like, I'm very comfortable on a trampoline. I try this one weird trick, and I land goofy, and as soon as I land, I know something's wrong.
And I knew something was wrong by the look of it. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. And you were gimping off, and I was like, oh my gosh.
And I told Dan, I like pulled Dan aside, and I was like, Dan, my knee's messed up. Like,
yeah.
I know something's wrong with it. It feels like it's about to give out every time I step on it. I had torn my MCL.
Yeah, he tore his MCL.
In
that whole week, he got with a doctor, and they got him knee braces, and
they taught me how to tape it to where it would stay together. And
that was the only thing I was like in the back of my mind worried about with you going out, but obviously it didn't matter. Can you imagine if you fully healthy? Jeez.
Yeah, so I competed the whole time with a torn MCL.
He won it. Won a little cash.
Won some cash. Won my baby truck out in the garage. And
so cool.
And that gold belt. So yeah, dude, the opportunities of like social media have been just beyond anything that I could have ever imagined. I never thought in a million years I'd have millions of followers on a TikTok and be on a TV show, win the thing, and now here making a podcast with my brother. Like it's
brought amazing opportunities, and like Scott says, I mean, there's opportunities everywhere inside of social media. And Scott and I had an opportunity to help one of our sisters. We didn't really know what was going on the app and how to fundraise and stuff like that. And one of our nieces, who is disabled, she was close to passing away, and we used the app to see what we could do to help, to raise some spirits. And we had a goal of a little bit of money to help her, and we just asked for the community to help us. And we had the goal going to be on for a week, but we actually had to shut it down after 2 days because you guys
reached the goal.
You guys
2 days.
Blew past everything, so we shut down donations, and we were able to help our sister. And and
she had all her hospital bills paid for, and covered, and
I never would have been able to help her.
How many nights in the ICU was she in? And they had to put her into an induced coma. Her lungs would not respond. She couldn't breathe without being on a machine. And like a lot of money that was going to come out of my sister's pocket that just we don't have, and she didn't have. And like I said, the community that when you find that certain community in social media that's just willing to help and give and love and show positivity, especially it was in a time where like it was in a pandemic and people were looking for something positive and are looking for something positive and uplifting, and it's just it's awesome to see. Really,
really, really cool. I've been a part of other fundraising opportunities with the American Heart Association and JT Laybourne, been able to help with that. You were a part of that as well. And the raising money for any case like that or any charity like that is an opportunity for Scott and I to do that we never would have been able to be a part of prior to this. So helping in those situations is incredible. Coming those opportunities comes with
responsibility and some negativity surrounding it.
A little bit of negativity, and I have to admit, like I haven't had to deal with a ton. I deal with a little bit here and there, but man, dealing and with growing so fast, Scott. And so large, you have so many eyes on you. I mean, I have 600 and something thousand. I mean, that's a lot of eyes, right? That's a lot of eyes on me. But times that by 4 or 5, you have a lot of eyes on you. You got a lot of people, targeting you for some reason. A lot of hate, misunderstanding, high expectations, pressure to put out content. I mean, that comes with this, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, with the pros come the cons, and thankfully, like every single day, the pros outweigh the cons, or I wouldn't even do it. Like,
I agree.
For every one idiot out there, there's thousands of good people. Like, I really think the ratio from good people to idiots is very skewed in favor of good, amazing people. And from what I've learned, like going through like this whole like people hating on me, whatever it is that the hate is much louder.
It is, and it sticks with you. I don't get it either, because like you said, like for every one there's 100 good comments.
I know,
but the one sticks. And we're gonna dive deep into our podcasts on dealing with that, because a lot, when we asked what topics you guys would like, that topic
dealing
with
the negativity,
and over,
dealing with the hate
and comments. And how do you deal with it and move on and create more content? So we will address that.
I think we'll have to have like a full episode on that, because it's
for sure.
There's just been so much cool, awesome things said about it, and what I've come to take away is that and everyone says it, everyone knows it. When someone leaves like a hateful comment, or they actually hate you or create a hate group about you, and it just is so much of a reflection about who that person is, more than it is about who like I am or you are.
But in the moment, I just want to come back and just be like, screw you, bro. Like,
I want to reach through the phone and smash some skulls. Like, if my true reactions, if my true reactions were to actually come out, on social media about how I really feel about it. Like, I want to fight people who like spread lies and rumors about me. Like, I really do.
I know, and that's what's, you got to step back for a minute.
I know.
And you got to like, but we are going to definitely get into that. But I agree. I think the pros completely
outweigh the cons.
The friends that we've gained, the opportunities, the traveling that we've done to visit people that we never would have came across before. I mean, I've gone to Alabama, and visited Ed in Alabama. I've gone to Florida and I've met with people in Florida.
Same. I was at Curtis and Kelsey's wedding, and
and you've been all over. I've been all over, and there's people there. I mean, I was at Disney World in Florida or in Utah, and I was with my in-laws, and I had people coming up. Hey, Dan, it's Dan and Kelly. And I'm just like, hey, how's it going? And I'd walk off, my in-laws would be like,
what is happening?
What is happening?
What is happening?
Who are you? I'm like, we are nobody, they just recognize us from a nap.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing, because we're just such normal goofball people.
All right.
Back again.
Here we go. We're getting into our last segment before we finish. This segment is
Shoutouts.
Shout out. We're gonna do a TikTok shout out.
TikTok shout out.
And we're gonna do this to people who have been in our lives, who have been in our, have been following us, supporting us.
Just from almost the very beginning, people who, like, we have seen support from so many people and so much love, and this is just a fun segment where we can shout out certain people who stand out to us specifically, because they're just good, fun people.
And this one person may lose their minds. So this person has been a moderator in our TikTok lives.
Although I've kicked her out of that capacity.
I've wanted to kick her out every single time.
Because she's just as smart alecky.
Right now she knows who it is.
I know, just us talking, she knows exactly who it is.
This person actually is super incredible. She supports us. Can't wait to meet her one day. Yep. Her name is Amy Collins.
Amy_Collins.
Amy_Collins. So
shout out, girl.
If you do not know Amy_Collins, please go follow her and support her. Matter of fact, I have ripped on her so many times about where she lives, I don't know if she's really from Arizona or Texas, because
You have no idea?
I know it's one of them.
Either way,
and
they're both awful.
and she gets so mad because I actually she'll say one thing, I'm like, yeah, no, you're actually here, and now I don't.
Now you don't know.
Now I honestly don't know. I think Arizona. But I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know.
But she's awesome. She's incredible. Great mod, Amy. We love you.
Love you, Amy. Shout out.
Can't wait to meet you one day. So
Texas.
Is it Texas?
It's Texas.
Okay.
Austin, Texas.
Okay, it's Texas. All right.
Okay.
Texas.
Now we've cleared that up.
All right, one of these times we'll have to go down and visit in
Austin,
in
Texas. Not Boston, Texas. It's a different place. That's your reaction most of the time to my dad joke. Yeah, that's the reaction most of the time.
I don't laugh. He does. He loves his laugh.
I think I'm so funny.
Okay. All right. So to finish up, to close up, to conclusion.
To sum it up, bro.
First one with 3 cuts.
I had my phone over here set up recording, shut off. I was recording on my computer, the audio shut off. So this microphone right now is recording nothing. It's just sitting here as a prop.
And my phone 3 times.
Shut off 3 times. We've struggled through this.
Yeah, we struggled through this one, but we're gonna get better. We're gonna get better and better. I don't know how we're gonna get better and better, but
I don't know how you top what we just did.
Yeah, we figured this out. Okay. All right. So where do we go from now? Where do we want to go? What are we doing? What is this all for? And what are we doing?
We have. So this is exciting for both of us. Like we said at the beginning, we've been wanting to do this for years. we're going to do this weekly podcast. We're going to release an episode once a week. You guys have given us so many suggestions of topics you want us to talk about and to cover. We'll have different segments in each show. You'll also be able to catch our shows on YouTube. So we're gonna release it out to the podcast platforms that we can. We're gonna release segments on YouTube. We're gonna release full episode podcasts on YouTube. We're gonna have teasers on our other social media platforms, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We want to get to the point where we have guests on the show to where we can actually go and travel and meet them. And then when we go and travel places, we want to do different... Back again. Talking about where we want this to go, taking it on the road, meeting different people, and like while on the road doing like different sub-content inside of making the podcast. Like
we'll vlog like that stuff.
Right? Like trying different restaurants, golfing at different courses, which would be dope.
Yeah. All that stuff, like show what we're doing while we're on the road, how we interact, kind of all that stuff. So, I mean, we're in it to have fun. We're in it to spend a little bit more time together, meet more people, get in front of more people, make people laugh.
Sky's the freaking limit, bro.
Sky's the limit. I think this is going to be a giant roller coaster of emotions, and like I think we're going to be just having a good time. And just I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
So if you've listened to this first episode, thank you so much. Maybe spread the word. Say, guys, you got to join us for the Henry Hour.
Okay. I've been actually wanting to do this.
Oh no, here we go.
But I've never done it. Comment below, like
and subscribe.
But comment below on like how'd we do? What do you guys want to see moving forward?
Yeah.
Just whatever.
All right. Hey, that's it for episode 1.
Thanks for joining the Henry Hour.
This microphone doesn't work. But thank you so